All right, Celtics Nation, let's dive in and unpack everything that's been going on with our Boston Celtics this season. One of the biggest stories we've been watching is how the team has evolved in terms of pace and tempo. Last season, many fans thought the Celtics were a slower, methodical squad, and now everyone expected them to transform into one of the fastest teams in the league. The preseason buzz had us imagining a team flying up and down the court, full court presses, fast breaks, and an overall uptick in scoring opportunities. During training camp, Coach Joe really pushed the players, and it was clear from day one that this was going to be a very intense and challenging camp. The focus was on conditioning, speed, and high-energy basketball, but as the season progressed, reality started to set in. The Celtics are working hard to run in transition, but basketball is more than just fast breaks and steals. To play up-tempo effectively, the team must secure rebounds consistently, something they have struggled with at times. Transition opportunities have increased, and they are running more than before, but without cleaning the glass, their fast-paced plans hit a wall. Take Jaylen Brown as an example. Being the primary option requires a balance between attacking and transition, finishing at the rim, and staying committed to defense for extended periods. It's physically demanding, and when opponents focus on stopping him, it naturally slows down the pace of the game. Even with other contributors like Derek White and Peyton Pritchard, the team has fewer high-impact players than in previous seasons, meaning everyone has to put in extra effort both offensively and defensively. In half-court situations, the Celtics are running more layered, intricate offensive sets than in prior years, which is great for strategic play but can reduce overall pace. These sets require 15 to 20 seconds to execute properly, especially against teams that play slowly themselves. Games against the Orlando Magic or Clippers, for example, naturally slow down the Celtics' rhythm because those opponents limit fast break opportunities. Overall, the team averages fewer than 100 possessions per game, which is below the league average as most other teams are pushing much higher tempo. It's not a matter of lack of effort. Rather, the style of play, the personnel available, and defensive assignments all contribute to a measured pace. Even with these slower possessions, the Celtics are maintaining a strong tempo within the half-court. They move the ball, execute cuts, and create scoring chances, but the game simply does not always allow for constant fast-break opportunities. The team is still forcing turnovers, executing their offensive sets efficiently, and crashing the boards where possible. Despite challenges, they rank among the top 10 offenses in the league. So, the key takeaway is that expectations need to be adjusted. It's not realistic to anticipate a supercharged, non-stop up-and-down style like the legendary Celtics teams of the 60s. The current roster has some isolation players in a different composition, which naturally changes how fast the team can play. If the Celtics can improve rebounding, especially on defensive boards, that will open up natural transition opportunities and increase pace. Right now, though, the focus should be on execution, strategy, and maximizing opportunities within their current framework rather than forcing a faster pace that the roster isn't fully equipped to sustain. Looking at potential moves to strengthen the team, trade discussions have centered around finding a center to complement the current roster. Names like Vita Zubac have been floated as possible targets if other teams decide to rebuild. Direct one-for-one trade for prime players are increasingly rare due to salary matching rules and team priorities, so the Celtics are likely to explore creative, multi-team deals to acquire the right pieces. Whether it's Memphis, New Orleans, or other teams looking to restructure, Boston may position itself as a facilitator in larger trades to secure a promising big man. This approach could allow them to add a center without overhauling their core or compromising key players like Jaylen Brown. Draft picks, young talent, and secondary assets could play a critical role in these transactions, ensuring that Boston remains competitive while improving roster balance. Another topic gaining attention is the potential adjustment in the starting lineup. Discussions about swapping Peyton Pritchard and Anthony Simons have emerged, especially considering Pritchard's struggles early in the season and his role as a sixth man last year. Timing is critical here. Making a change too soon could disrupt team chemistry. But if Pritchard proves himself over the next few weeks and establishes himself as a reliable starter, A strategic shift could maximize both players' strengths. Simons may perform better in the starting role, while Pritchard's contributions off the bench could provide additional scoring and energy. Such a move would not only be a basketball decision, but also a way to enhance team efficiency, allowing the Celtics to utilize both players in roles that best suit their abilities. Ultimately, roster flexibility and coaching adjustments like these are part of the ongoing effort to optimize performance across a long and demanding NBA season. The Celtics' current journey demonstrates the complexity of modern basketball. Fast-paced expectations must be tempered by practical realities, including roster depth, individual player roles, and opponent strategies. The team is clearly executing well in many areas, forcing turnovers, maintaining solid half-court sets, and remaining competitive offensively. But improvement in areas like rebounding and the strategic use of personnel will dictate how much faster and more dynamic they can become as the season unfolds. Fans should embrace both the progress and the nuances of this team's approach, understanding that Boston's style is evolving rather than simply speeding up. They remain a formidable squad, ranking among the top 10 offenses and showing adaptability across multiple facets of the game, from transition to half-court execution. The Celtics are demonstrating that basketball is a game of balance. Pace must be matched with efficiency, energy with smart decision-making, and talent with teamwork. By adjusting expectations and appreciating the strategic layers of play, fans can enjoy the season while recognizing the unique characteristics of this Boston team. The discussions surrounding trades, player rotations, and offensive strategy show just how intricate the Celtics' approach has become. Every decision, from lineup tweaks to targeting potential acquisitions, affects overall team rhythm. The Celtics are no longer a simple, predictable squad. They are navigating complex game plans, multi-layered offensive sets, and player responsibilities that require both skill and adaptability. This evolution highlights Coach Joe's commitment to developing a team that can compete against any opponent while addressing its weaknesses incrementally. Rebounding, defensive assignments, and player usage are critical areas where small adjustments can significantly impact pace and effectiveness. The team's ability to implement these changes while maintaining cohesion will be a defining factor in how far they can go this season. Execution, adaptability, and the thoughtful use of roster talent are central to understanding this Celtics team. Fans may need to recalibrate expectations regarding speed, recognizing that effective basketball is about more than just possessions per 48 minutes. While the league averages fewer than 100 possessions for Boston, their efficiency, movement, and scoring ability remain impressive. The team is forcing turnovers, creating scoring chances, and executing complex offensive sets with purpose. These developments demonstrate that even with slower possession counts, the Celtics are making strides in their overall game plan. Each player's role is being carefully managed to maximize output, from transition play to half-court execution, reflecting a nuanced and thoughtful coaching philosophy that values both performance and sustainability. All right, let's continue diving deeper into the Celtics season, focusing on player roles, potential trades, and strategic adjustments that could define their trajectory. One of the most intriguing aspects of the current Boston roster is how the players are adapting to new responsibilities while navigating a season that demands both endurance and versatility. Jaylen Brown, for instance, has had to embrace the challenge of being the primary offensive option in a system that now relies heavily on half-court sets and coordinated team movement. This adjustment isn't just about scoring. It's about maintaining defensive intensity, securing rebounds, and consistently making high-level decisions under pressure. The physical and mental demands of this role have naturally influenced the team's pace, as every fast break or transition play is balanced against the need to manage energy and maintain strategic positioning. Similarly, Peyton Pritchard and Derek White are playing critical roles that extend beyond mere point production. Pritchard's evolution into a more reliable starter is pivotal for the Celtics' offensive versatility, allowing the team to create spacing, facilitate ball movement, and contribute defensively without overextending Jaylen Brown. White, with his ability to impact both ends of the court, helps maintain balance and provides the Celtics with flexibility in rotational adjustments. These players are integral to the team's half-court efficiency, which, while reducing raw pace, ensures the team maximizes scoring opportunities on each possession. This emphasis on efficiency over sheer speed reflects a strategic approach tailored to the roster's strengths and current limitations. It's about creating controlled chaos, where precision and decision-making dictate the rhythm of play rather than simply running up and down the court. Rebounding remains a central factor affecting the team's ability to play at a higher tempo. Defensive boards, in particular, unlock transition opportunities and allow for the kind of fast-break execution fans envision when thinking of up-tempo basketball. Currently, the Celtics are competent but not elite in rebounding, and this limitation directly impacts pace. Without securing rebounds consistently, the team cannot exploit turnovers or missed shots as effectively, leading to a more measured and deliberate style. When fast breaks are available, the Celtics capitalize, but the flow of the game is naturally influenced by the ebb and flow of possession security. Improving rebounding, particularly against bigger, more physical teams, could significantly enhance the Celtics' ability to push the pace organically rather than forcing it. From a tactical perspective, the team's half-court offense has become increasingly sophisticated. Intricate sets involving multiple players, off-ball movement, and coordinated cuts have replaced simpler pick-and-roll schemes that were more common in previous seasons. The Celtics are leveraging players like Jordan Walsh, Josh Minott, and other role players to provide spacing and facilitate ball movement. This approach allows Boston to protect the ball, limit turnovers, and create scoring opportunities even when facing defensive pressure. While these sets take longer to execute, sometimes 15 to 20 seconds per possession, they're designed to maximize efficiency and exploit defensive weaknesses. Slower opponents, like Orlando and the Clippers, naturally affect tempo, but against faster teams, the Celtics have shown the ability to maintain composure and execute high-quality offensive possessions that balance pace with precision. Trade discussions have been a hot topic, especially regarding potential targets to strengthen the frontcourt. The Celtics are looking for a big man who can anchor the paint, secure rebounds, and provide an inside scoring presence. Names like Vida Zubac have emerged in hypothetical trade scenarios, highlighting Boston's willingness to explore creative, multi-team deals. One-for-one trades for top-tier players are increasingly rare due to salary matching complexities and team rebuilding plans, meaning Boston may need to facilitate larger deals to acquire the right pieces. Multi-team trades could allow the Celtics to add a center without sacrificing key players or future draft assets, ensuring the roster remains balanced while addressing weaknesses. Teams like Memphis, New Orleans, Milwaukee, and Sacramento may all become part of the conversation, particularly if they are in rebuilding phases or looking to restructure their rosters. But before we continue, please remember to subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest news about the Boston Celtics. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. Whispers are echoing through the NBA world, and the latest leak has sent shockwaves from Boston to the West Coast. A recording that allegedly captured an executive's candid reaction to the newly assembled Celtics roster has ignited a storm among fans and analysts alike. The phrase that has now gone viral, "If this roster stays healthy, the NBA is over," has sparked endless speculation and debate. The Celtics, already boasting a mix of seasoned stars and emerging talent, are rumored to have quietly stacked their lineup with a combination of athleticism, shooting, and defensive prowess that could rival any championship contender. The executive's remark, made off the record during what was supposed to be a private discussion, seems to confirm what many have long suspected. Boston is no longer just a team in transition. They are potentially a nightmare matchup for the rest of the league. League insiders are dissecting the comment, with some suggesting it reflects a deep confidence in the Celtics' front office strategy and scouting acumen. Others wonder if it's merely hyperbole, the kind of locker room bravado executives sometimes allow themselves in casual moments. Either way, the quote has sparked a frenzy, with mock drafts, trade speculation, and early super team chatter exploding across social media. Analysts are already mapping out scenarios in which Boston's depth, skill versatility, and championship experience could dominate if injuries are kept at bay, a challenge that has historically hindered even the most promising rosters. Fans are equally electrified, buzzing about potential lineups, dream matchups, and the kinds of playoff runs this Celtics team might be capable of. Rival executives, meanwhile, are reportedly watching Boston's every move more closely than ever, evaluating whether their own squads need urgent upgrades to keep pace. The leak has created an unusual mix of excitement and apprehension across the league. Admiration for Boston's construction, curiosity about the authenticity of the remark, and strategic panic from competitors who now feel the pressure to respond. Whether the Celtics can fully realize the promise hinted at in that offhand comment remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: the conversation around Boston has shifted. What was once speculation about potential is now a serious discussion about dominance, an acknowledgement that, at full health, the new Celtics might not just be contenders, but a force that could redefine the NBA landscape entirely. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Boston Celtics, please subscribe to our channel and give the video a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.